The What Up Doe Show. Your commentary on sports, entertainment, and alternative news.
Well, we're going to go live, I guess. I hadn't planned on going live, but we going live. Hey, it's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Yo, 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 what up, Doe? What's going on, y'all? It's your boy T. Wilson. I am live on a hump day morning. This is my first time actually going live for real in a long time. I did it by accident, but I'm here now, so whatever. Let's roll with it. This is episode number 200, folks. This is episode number 200. So I'm really pretty pumped up about that, man. Kind of happy that we got to this point. I do one of the only 5-day-a-week podcasts. Most podcasts do once a week, once every 2 weeks, or once a month. I even know one guy that goes as far as doing 2 a week, and people think that one's a lot. I do 5 days a week, so that's why they add up so fast. And so I want to say thank you for listening enough and having enough attention span to allow me to do this Monday through Friday without feeling like I'm wasting everybody's time. So big up to you. Yeah. So this is a special episode. This is going to feature a pre-recorded session from Sunday. So you're going to hear some sports stories that sounds outdated. Like, hey, that's not what happened last night, and we're saying it happened last night. But that's because this was recorded on Sunday. I'm talking now, today, on Wednesday, November 26th. Happy birthday to Rachel. Actually, what happens later, you're going to hear a pre-recorded session with me and a crew of other guests. I've got Latone Heart, Lavinia, She Be Show Nuff, Kevin Smith, Jerry Taylor, Dino Red, Gil Laurie. It's going to be a cool show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get to some birthdays so we can move on, because it's a pretty long show, especially in regards to compared to the What Up Doe Show standard. It's much longer than the average What Up Doe show today. But it's our 200th episode, so it deserves to be. I hope you enjoy it. So big up to, again, Rachel Nicole Bird. What's up, Rachel Bird? Rach, David Thornton, Felicia Moore Brown, Kevin Douglas, Sean Allen, and last but not least, Dwayne Alston. Happy birthday to all of y'all. And y'all got a special thing, because y'all gonna get the birthday song twice, because I'm gonna do it again like I stole something. Now let's go and get y'all part of this 200 episode celebration. Let's get this party started. So what we're going to do now is we are going to cut to a pre-recorded segment that was recorded Sunday. There's just this past Sunday, November 23rd. So let's get to it. What up, Doe? All right, we are broadcasting live the 200th episode of the What Up Doe Show. I am your boy T. Wilson, and I have in the house Lavinia, She Be Show Nuff.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? What up, Doe?
And Latone Heart.
7:30. What up? No.
Don't start that shit. And Jerry Taylor.
I'll politely listen without slamming you.
Well, I appreciate that. All right, Jerry, tell us a little bit about your show, man.
It's called You Name It. It's myself and a guy named Ryan Wilson, and we talk about anything you want to talk about.
You name it. Exactly.
Yeah, you name it.
And Lavinia, you have 2 shows. Tell us about it.
Yes, I am co-host of Just Thinking Out Loud with my cousin Bugetto Rising. We talk about news, politics, entertainment, current events, and general ratchetness on that show. And I also host my solo podcast, She Be Showing Up Straight No Chaser, which is just me talking about whatever I'm thinking about that night.
And Latone, I don't know if I want you to even talk about your show right now.
I do.
All right, tell us about the 7:30 show, man.
The 7:30 show, I may need medicine, but basically these are my thoughts from the toilet. So it's just what I'm thinking about. And, I put it out there for the world, man. Pop culture from the dark side.
His thoughts from the toilet, all right, because he be bullshitting. I think Dino Red just popped in. He's probably still loading. So Lavinia wanted to hear the song. So Lavinia, you got to do my song, and then I'll do the birthday song.
Am I doing it without music? I'm kicking it Acapulco?
Yeah, you kick it Acapulco.
I'm kicking it Acapulco.
Acapello.
What up, Doe? What up, Doe? What up, Doe Show?
That is awesome. I'm going to
What
lock
up,
that
Doe?
in. We're going to do that every day. What up, Dino Red? We see you, Dino Red. What's happening?
What's happening?
Dino Red of the Shiznit Show. I don't know whose birthday it is, but Lavinia wanted to hear it, so I gotta say, happy birthday to all of y'all. Mm-hmm.
Woo! That's my jam right there. Give my life to that one.
I want to say, man, first and foremost, I want to say rest in peace to former D.C. Mayor Marion Barry. Did y'all hear about that?
Crack heels.
Crack kills. Let's go.
Remember, he said, the bitch set me up.
What Up Doe Sports?
Let's get to some What Up Doe Sports, man. The slumping Cleveland Cavaliers dropped their fourth straight game to the red-hot Toronto Raptors 110-93 last night. Cleveland got off to a fast start, but the Raptors guard Lou Williams scored a career-high 36 points to rally his team to a fourth consecutive victory. Kevin Love led the Cavs with 23 points, while LeBron James added 15 and 10. Go.
I told you, man, that's not me that hates on LeBron. I'm not a hater, man. That's Spirit. Spirit's a hater, not me.
Well, he's not here to say that, to defend himself. Go ahead. Latone, what you think about LeBron, man?
I'm a LeBron guy. I think if he wanted to win, he would have stayed in Miami. He's trying to be legendary, and they're not going to be good until about 50 games in. So I'm not tripping on LeBron.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm waiting for the playoffs. That's all that matters.
Any hope Chris Algieri had of upsetting Manny Pacquiao ended with the opening bell on Saturday night. Pac-Man dominated the challenger from start to finish, using a barrage of powerful shots to score 6 knockdowns and a lopsided unanimous decision victory. Will he fight Mayweather? Do you care? And who will win? That's the question.
Mayweather only beats up women.
Lavinia, I'm sorry. We count you out over here. We in a bit of those sports. You're not in the sports, are you?
Well, I mean, I watch some, but I don't care either way. Actually, I saw a video on YouTube recently of Manny Pacquiao, little person, kickboxing and banging the hell out of this dude who stood he had to have been about 3'9". And he was still a good head and shoulders taller than Manny Pacquiao. See, I'm all Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao's all the same to me.
It's Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao was kicking ass and taking names later.
All right, that might be Kevin. Man, I don't know which Kevin that is. I got 3 Kevins supposed to be coming. I don't know which one that is. Because I can't see shit but darkness. Maybe that's Rick James. Darkness!
Yo, that's Kevin Smith.
Oh, that's my boy Trigger. What up, though, Kevin?
What up, Smith? Clerks?
Yeah. Kevin, that's who I'm gonna get on Latone when Latone start talking shit. I got my boy. There you go. What up, though, Captivity?
What up, bro?
You the man. Cap, tell us a little bit about your organization, man. Cap got a cool organization. It's a nonprofit out in Arizona, helping people that come out the joint reinstate themselves into the real world, make a smoother transition. Cap, tell us a little bit about what you do, bro.
Well, I'm a part of an organization called AZ Common Ground. It was founded by Franz Beasley. He spent 14 and a half years in the Arizona Department of Corrections, and he came up with this idea. Well, it started when, you notice a recidivism rate. People come in and out of the system. I mean, during 14 years, you get a chance to see a lot of people come and go. So his idea was he wanted to develop some type of program and find a solution to the problem of cats coming in and out. What I do is I'm a part of Team Impact, Innovative Movement Proactively Against Criminal Thinking, which is the acronym. And basically, we're the community outreach for Arizona Common Ground. So, I mean, you know, we provide services and programs for guys coming home from the system. No matter how many resources you can give to a person coming home, until they change the way that they think, you know, they'll keep going back. So, you know, our thing is we want to change the way that a person thinks versus constantly spoon feeding them resources, money, and other things. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we do.
Right. That's what's up, Kev. If I had a little applause button, I'd clap for you, but I don't know what that option is. But that's real shit, though. I like that, Kev. That's real shit. And I'm working with Kev. Also, we're gonna put together a podcast for him and his organization that's gonna try to reach out to a wider audience, because they do a lot of cool shit out there in Phoenix area.
Right.
And that's real fun.
Yeah. And appreciate you, Secret. You know,
no doubt.
You know, every little bit counts. It's not only going on in Arizona, but it goes on all across the country. You know, the recidivism rate coupled with the economy, it doesn't make things better until we, like I said, can change the way that people think. You know, instead of going back to the streets, I don't have, you know, my brother, he done been in the system.
Applause. That's the cue for we gonna move on. Hey, Kev, we're gonna move on. Florida State escaped the jaws of defeat yesterday with a 2017 win over Boston College. I don't know if you saw the play where Jameis Winston had to shove the referee out the way. Did y'all see that shit? What the hell? What part of the game was that? You ain't see that shit, Latone? Dino, did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, so he's heading up to the line of scrimmage, and the referee, he's trying to get a play off real fast, and the referee won't move the fuck out the way. He's standing right behind center. And he just won't move. And Jameis trying to move, tell him to move, and he won't move. So Jameis had to get up behind center, push the motherfucker out the way, and just going to start the play. I ain't never seen shit before like that in my life.
Wow.
Y'all gotta see that shit.
What Up Doe Entertainment.
So anyway, on the entertainment front, man, Bill Cosby, Dino's boy, Bill Cosby, he took to the stage at King Center in Melbourne, Florida, after 5 other venues dropped him, and performed to a packed house that was eaten out of his hand. Bill told a story about his granddaughter's birthday party and began to fake cry on stage, and a Jello reference got him a standing ovation. Before the show, he told the reporter, "I know people are tired of me not saying anything, but a guy doesn't have to answer innuendo. Fact check, people just have to go through that just because of innuendo." Buy the Cosby's rapist? I know you do, Dino. Do you buy the Cosby's a rapist? Would you pay to see him in concert? Because you know them ain't no cheap ass tickets.
Hell yes and hell no.
Lavinia, I would like a female perspective on this.
You ain't gonna get the one that you're gonna hear from most women, though.
Okay, that's what I like.
Yeah, Bugetto and I, we just recorded our show and put it up, and she said she was just gonna dig her heels in it deep. Like, I don't know, I've got this emotional attachment, so I'm not gonna believe it. I refuse, absolutely refuse, won't do it.
Latone, you mentioned it on your show too, so I want to hear what you say too as well.
I just think it's the Salem witch trials to me. I don't doubt that Bill Cosby is inappropriate with women. I don't doubt that.
Oh yeah, he a freak.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. But I think you got one person saying it's a witch, and now you got 13 people saying, "Yeah, I saw it was a witch too." So I'm like, come on, man. I know he probably pulled his joint out like, "Hey, who wants to smoke this?" But I don't know if he.
Hey, I don't think he is any more of a rapist than any other celebrity who gets women chasing him around all the time, and that includes female celebrities who get men chasing him around all the time. I think that they just want to beat up on him. That shit happened 10 years ago. We've all had a lot of time to deal with the situation. I think something happened recently, and they're just going to drag him through the mud, and there is no conviction that he was a rapist, so it's just a bunch of talk, you know?
Yeah, if you want to chime in, man.
I always wondered why no one ever pressed charges. Like, most of the time when people get raped, women get raped, they're like, "Hey, I don't want this to happen to someone else." So you're trying to tell me 13 women, not one woman thought, "Hey, I don't want this to happen to anyone else." I'm pressing charges. I don't know if I buy it.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I mean,
I also don't buy 13 women just getting together and let's make up some shit to take down Bill Cosby because he's such a threat.
well, see, okay, so into conspiracy theory, right? The thought that you've got this super safe black man who is now the face of preying on poor young white women. If you can't trust Bill Cosby, what black man in America can you trust? And I'm thinking there's a lot of money that could convince some people to say some things either happened that didn't or happened that didn't happen exactly the way they said it happened. You know, money can be a motivator.
Have you heard
I listen to it on a case-by-case basis. I think about the lady that says, hey, I was in this hotel room, they went for drinks, and he came out in this multicolored robe and gave me this pill, and next thing you know, I woke up and he was getting up, I was naked and semen between my legs. So first of all, I don't know what the fuck you thought was about to happen. What was your idea? If you just left the bar with Bill Cosby, went to his hotel room, and you cool with him sitting there naked in a robe, what did you, and you mean to tell me you wasn't down, right there. At that point, you know, yeah, you were supposed to wake up with semen between your legs. I think you expected to.
Oh, God.
Right.
I think you expected to at that point. That's all. I'm just, and then you got the chick that was saying, she was on the Johnny Carson show, and he came in the green room and shoved his penis in her mouth. He told her he could help her career, and then he shoved his penis in her mouth. And I'm like, don't you gotta open it first? Otherwise, he just slamming it up against your teeth, and that ain't cool.
Right.
Well, hold on. Some women can't resist when it's close to their mouth. They just automatically.
It's a reflex.
You know how they are. You know, some of them, not all of them. A few of them, though.
Have you heard the conservative viewpoint on this?
No, let's hear it.
Now that's another conspiracy theory. The conservatives claim Bill Cosby as their own, and they're saying that he's just being raked through the coals because he's a conservative and the liberal media is attacking him.
Okay.
It is Obama's fault. Actually,
It must be Obama's fault.
That absolutely makes all the sense in the world now.
It does to them somehow. I don't get it.
What Up Doe News?
All right, let's get to some What Up Doe news, man. San Francisco, California, nobody likes dog shit, but a far more troubling issue in San Francisco concerns burgeoning complaints about human doo-doo in the city as revealed in a series of poop maps. Web developer Jennifer Wong created a human wasteland map based on complaints to the city about human poop. She has turned the data into a compelling picture of where the problem exists using images of tiny turds marked on monthly maps covering the complaint areas. Now, Dino, is that the Shiznit?
Yeah, boy.
How often do you have shit segments on your show like that?
Quite often, actually. If there's drugs, doo-doo, or something like that in the story, it automatically makes the show. I'm into alcoholism, drugs, and excrement and urine.
Clowns. He loves
and clowns have made their way into the creepy clowns like Bill Cosby have made their way.
Okay. Yeah, I heard a couple other shit shows on your, or shit segments on your show. I was just wondering if it was a regular thing.
Absolutely, that if that's in the story, it's in the show.
I wonder, is Tim doing the show naked?
I am not doing the show butt naked.
I think you are. I think you're doing the show naked. I think you're doing the show naked.
Well, I do.
Because you're looking at this little statue. You're looking at this little statue up here.
I'm actually dressed just like that.
I think you're doing the show with your little Cosby in your hand.
All right, Dino. Dino is working his way up the ladder now. He's gonna have to be a regular on the What Up Doe Show soon.
Let go of your pudding pop and do the show, man.
Damn right. I wonder if Bill Cosby had J-Lo pudding pops. In Annapolis, Maryland, authorities are warning motorists not to get out of their cars if they spot a $100 bill on their windshield, as the cash could be a cover for theft. Maryland's Assistant Attorney General for Consumer Protection said a resident told her at a Baltimore County Public Information meeting of a scam involving car thieves luring motorists into getting out of their cars with the doors unlocked by placing $100 bills under their windshield wiper blade. Some say it's an urban legend, but one could easily get very real with that. Lavinia, are you being careful?
I don't know. They probably could have got me with $20. Ain't no sense in taking chances with a $100 bill. You could have put a $5 bill up there and I might have snatched it up real quick. Chances with that 100. You might not get what you want after that. That $100 gone. $5, you be all right with that. I will drive down the street. A few miles with that bill stuck in my arm, hanging out, trying to hold it on so it don't blow away, because I ain't getting back out my car.
I did think that's a stretch, man. That's a lot of money just for a scam. I'll hit a $100 bill in there. Anybody jump at $1.
If it's just stuck under my windshield, I'm driving to the nearest McDonald's and get like a number 2 and have them cash it, and I'm good. I ain't even getting out the car.
Well, the thing I don't get about the story is that they said that, okay, so the money is in the car and the motorist doesn't see it until they already get in their car and start it, and then when they get out to take the money out of the car, that's when somebody hurries up, jumps in the car, and drives off with your vehicle. But if there's a $100 bill on my windshield, I'm gonna see that shit before I even get in the car.
Very true.
Turn the wipers on. I'm gonna reach for when it come up, and I'm gonna turn the wipers off and drive off. I'm not getting out the damn car.
Just take off down the street and pull up and say, your money is on the windshield. Grab it from there.
Turn the wipers on. Grab it.
It's a scam. You just go get it, man. I wouldn't be thinking that far ahead. I would go grab it. They're getting me. I don't give a damn. Take the damn car. At least I got $100 out the deal, damn it. I got insurance.
They better make sure who they watch whose car they put that on, because a lot of people I know, they'll be like, oh, the $100 here, you can have the car.
Exactly.
Ain't no gas in it though.
Right. Ain't nothing in it.
Marina, Texas. A mail carrier is facing felony charges, on allegations he sold meth out of his U.S. Postal Service truck while on duty. Edward Flores, a 20-year veteran of the Postal Service and husband of the postmaster in Lorena, Texas, was found by state investigators and the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration to be dealing meth out of his home and his Postal Service vehicle while delivering mail in Waco. Beautiful. So he's doing a mail delivery and dropping off the dope at the same time.
That's a pretty good cover, though.
I don't have a problem putting a check with a check. There's nothing wrong with that.
Jerry, you might be more of a authority on meth than the brothers here. So.
I don't know how that is.
Meth is not the drug of the hood.
Yeah,
drug of the burbs.
And I'm far from the hillbillies too, but I think the problem wasn't that he was actually dealing the drugs. It was that they kept finding his teeth all over the porch and people were getting pissed off. I get one giggle. Great. I'm killing on this show.
Anyway, Pagoda, New Jersey. A marathon runner had no need for a getaway car when he fled police on foot and ran 5 miles to his home. Eric Churcher, a marathon runner from Kenya, fled police at the Pagoda Golf Center and ran 5 miles to his home. He's fast, said Detective John Miskirk. He's one of the world's elite marathon runners. Those Negroes are fast, but the ones from Kenya, woo! Like black lightning. That's why
we know why there were no Kenyan slaves. Let's go to Nigeria. They don't run long distances over there.
They can't run as fast as them Kenyans, man. Them Kenyans are fast. That motherfucker. That's why they say Obama won. You running for president. Them motherfuckers so fast. Police they got a call by a 15-year-old girl who accused Churcher of entering the women's locker room and touching her inappropriately. This Kenyan was Bill Cosby. Churcher was found hiding in his 6-year-old daughter's bedroom closet when he was found.
Where do you find this stuff?
Let's do the What Up Doe movie review. I watched a movie last night called Love, L-U-V. Have you seen it?
Nope. Was it in theaters?
It is streamed on Netflix. You can stream it on Netflix. It has Common in it. Very good film, actually. Surprisingly well done. Very good cast.
I know that movie.
I saw that.
I didn't see it, but I know it. It's in my queue, I think.
I saw that, and his boys tried to set him up. The uncle and them tried to set him up. That was good.
Yeah, that was it was suspenseful enough to keep you interested. Common was a fresh from the joint brother like Cap. He takes his nephew along for one hell of an adventure.
Love stood for learning Uncle Vincent. That's what it stood for. Because that was Common's character's name.
That was Common's character's name, Uncle Vincent. That's right. And he took his nephew along for this hell of an adventurous day. He decided, to not take him to school and just let him hang out with him for a day. And all hell broke loose, man. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I thought the end was could have been better, but still overall, man, I gave that movie a 4 out of 5 stars. It's called Love, L-U-V. Stars Common. You can check it out on Netflix.
Yo, Tim.
No movie review. Yo.
You still got a Blockbuster card? I mean, because that movie's kind of old.
No, man. I'm streaming. Yeah, actually, Blockbuster now has a competitive site with Netflix, so that you can Blockbuster online now too.
Well, I owe them about $500, so I hope they go out of business soon. Dino got that sporting weight.
He got that. He got that soul glow.
Got him a kid.
Yeah, he used that Murray's grease. You put the Murray's in your head.
That Dax.
Dax. The beeswax.
Let's jam in there and get them edges.
S-curl.
Hey, man, that's actually all I have, man. I did want to just kick it for 1 minute just to say that 7:30 show be bullshitting. And and I want to thank y'all for coming out to the 200th episode of the What Up Doe Show. Man, get that damn icon out of here, man. 7:30 shit.
You suck, you jackass.
Yeah, y'all gonna get me in trouble with this Bill Cosby thing, boy.
Why?
We're gonna have burning effigies at our front step.
Why you gonna get in trouble over the Bill Cosby thing?
Because you know how popular opinion is. At this point, they dragging Bill Cosby and 13, 14, 15 women. We ain't really ready to give in and concede there's something wrong with us. And I'm like, I'm just not going to do it. At this point, I'm tired of giving up my childhood memories. Damn it, they done took everything from me at this point. You can't have me flip to.
Hey, it's not just your childhood. It's our children's childhood.
Tell him congratulations and tell him there's a special shout out for his 200th anniversary on this episode of the Shiznit coming out.
Yeah, but the Bill Cosby thing, I mean, hasn't been charged, he hasn't been convicted. So this trend of convicting people in the public opinion, and then like with Adrian Peterson, he was charged with a misdemeanor and he's been suspended for a year, but he was suspended before he was even charged. I'm not with this new where social media and people on the street can basically make you guilty without a trial. So I'm kind of like, until they charge Bill Cosby and he's convicted, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah,
if you got 13 women, there's enough evidence for somebody to get a conviction.
And one black man raping 13 white women in this country, where black men can't walk around without getting shot. That's the shit that kind of gets me. I'm like, wait a second. How did he achieve and obtain the power that the president of the United States doesn't even have as a black man?
Yeah.
Well, you also add to that, this was going on in the 60s and 70s as well.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's a lack of evidence. That's why I'm going to still cherish my old vinyl album that has the chicken heart on it instead.
But he was a freak. I believe 100% that he was a freak, and he had hoes in different area codes.
Yeah, that's what I said to start with. He's no different than any other celebrity that's out.
I believe that 100%. He was like, here, take these. And she was like, okay. And next thing you know,
what up, Doe?
Blue and yellow, purple hills. Bang, bang. Bang, bang, boogie. Where's my check?
Bang, bang, boogie. And everybody's trying to get a payday now.
And did you hear some old 90-year-old man that used to work with him says that he's got receipts and he's got old money orders from when Bill was paying him off. I was like, well, that don't prove anything, but then he was tricking. He had a payroll. That's all it told me. Like, it didn't prove to me that he was guilty of actual rape.
What up, Doe? We had Gil Laurie of the Onyx Truth in there for a second, and he dropped off.
He all late.
It's real late because the What Up Doe Show don't last that long, man.
What Up Show is like 5 minutes long.
It is like 5 minutes long, and we're like 5 minutes over right
Like,
now. But
200 of them in this week.
that's right. I can get. I'm actually at number 73, and by Wednesday we'll be at 200. So that's how this works.
I don't understand how you do a show every day. I'm amazed, man.
I know, I do a weekly one and it's tough.
I could do a radio show every day, but that's because the music covers most of the show. But doing a podcast every day, man, that's tough.
It took me forever to get around to editing the one show we did 5 days ago.
In the words of J.J. Evans, well, you know, what can I say? That was a throwback. I was showing my age.
Where is he? Where is?
Right up by the shoulders too.
Where is Jimmy Walker anyway?
You know, that's a damn good question. I have no idea. Last time I saw Jimmy Walker, he was fat.
Well, they got a lot of free Thanksgiving meals going on right now, so he's probably in line for one.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm getting a free turkey. Gil Laurie of the Onyx Truth is back, man. What's going on, Gil?
What up, fam?
What up, Doe?
You like extra late. We are closing up. We're wrapping up right now, but we want to welcome you in and thank you for stopping by.
My phone died earlier, man, and
Look like you just woke up.
What up, Doe?
Just in case you want to know, Jimmy Walker was in the movie Super Shark on the Sci-Fi Channel in 2012. That's what he did.
Sharknado?
No, it's not Super Shark, I guess. I just looked it up because you guys had me wondering what happened to him.
That sounds awful.
Yo, you want to see
I might actually have to watch that.
That sounds like a topic for the next You Name It show.
Yeah.
Hey, want to see a Jimmy Walker movie? He's a superhero in a movie called The Guyver, and his superpowers are his lips. I'm not lying. Came out in the 90s. It's called The Guyver. Guyver. Make sure you see it. I had to beat my brother's ass for renting that one night. It was the worst movie. But Jimmy Walker's lip villain was funny as hell.
Yes. Cinematic class.
The Guyver.
The best film I saw Jimmy Walker in was in the sequel to Piece of the Action, which was Let's Do It Again with Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier and a bunch of chicks that are now claiming Bill Cosby went into their dressing room and shoved his penis in their mouth.
Well, I wonder what Jimmy Walker has to say about Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I wonder if he shoved his penis in his mouth.
Jimmy Walker's mouth, yeah, with his magical super lips.
Hey, Gil, while you're here, man, before you take off,
Yo.
Tell us a little bit about your show.
It's the Angry Black Man Show. Get on there and talk angry black guy shit and talk about Lavinia all the time.
Whatever. You don't want none.
What's up, Lavinia? How you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing, Gil?
Nah, man, I just talk randomness about randomness in black culture. That's basically the gist of my entire show.
Anyway, man, we wrapping up. I want to thank you all for coming out, man. That is the 200th episode of the What Up Doe Show.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What up, Doe?